Welcome back to the round table and our discussion on hypnotherapy with guest Robin Gensburg, who has a practice in Larchmont. So I want to ask you, what else besides the caller before talked about a pain from a broken arm, what else do people come to you for? What does hypnotherapy help with?
It's interesting, because I had written down a list before of the people that I've helped. Losing weight, even reverse, putting on weight, smoking. I've had people come to me because they lost their happiness and they wanted to find their happiness again. People come to me for anxiety, a fear of driving on parkways. It's really, it's unbelievable what hypnosis and hypnotherapy could do. When somebody sets their mind to it, really it could help with most things. I don't want to say everything, obviously, but definitely.
What kinds of things can't be helped, for instance? Unfortunately,
like cancer and
Sure.
like, Alzheimer's, dementia, because they don't even have their mind to be able to focus.
Sure.
So it's important that the clients I see, all of them are able to focus. When I volunteer at the hospital, my goal there is just to have them relax. So a lot of that is guided meditation and visualization, where they are just in this wonderful place and just able to relax.
We have a question. I'm going to read it again from the camera. If you have gaps in your memory from youth, can hypnotherapy help fill them in?
Yes.
Are these repressed things or just gaps in memory? Probably both.
It could be both. I mean, that would be, you go back, age regression, and you kind of have the knowledge that you have now, you bring with you. So if somebody had some type of trauma, maybe when they were younger, and they didn't have the tools to know, okay, I'm going to make it through. You actually, there's a lot of different techniques. As I mentioned, NLP, you could use different techniques.
NLP, for those who don't know what it is.
Neuro-linguistic programming.
Right. Which you studied.
Which I studied also.
Yeah.
Which gives a lot of different techniques and tools along with hypnosis. So I would maybe, the tools that they now know as an adult, they bring them back to their childhood and are able to kind of use them to help them get over something that they dealt with when they were younger. That's just one technique.
Does hypnotherapy work for anyone?
It's interesting. Everybody could go into a trance. Everybody could go into hypnotic trance. When you're driving and you're in a trance. When you're watching TV, you're in a trance.
You're aware, but you're not aware.
Right, you're aware, but you're not aware. Okay. And I was just reading, like, you could miss your exit because you've just been, your conscious mind, it just goes to where it is, and then you're like, shoot, I just totally lost where I was going, because you are in a hypnotic trance. So in that sense, yes. But if somebody comes in, I don't believe in this. The people that come in my clients are very open. They're very open, like, you know what? I've tried other things, and now I want to try this. So people come in are open to that it's going to work.
What about children? Does it work with children?
Honestly, I've been reluctant to work with children.
Supposing, for instance, your 6th grader is experiencing some stress in middle school. Are you willing to work with a 12-year-old?
At the moment, I would like to pick people, who are at least like 15 and over, because that are more independent, maybe not so influenced. It just is easier as they have their own mind, they make their own decisions.
And that comes with age?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So some of the other things you were talking about, some of the things I saw on a website, like public speaking.
Yes.
I've
helped
fears
someone
that people
with public speaking. Yeah. Yeah, just by either building them up and just going again through with guided imagery where they could actually see themselves going through it. I also use a lot of breathing techniques. Breathing just to kind of, a lot of people just forget to breathe, like, and they just forget to breathe. People that are having anxiety attacks kind of forget to breathe. So there's a great number combination, 4, 7, 8, where you breathe in for 4, you hold it for 7, you breathe out for 8. So I have a lot of people start with that breathing technique as just one, and just to be able to calm themselves down.
So that's a skill that you obviously use it in your practice, I mean in your office, but then people could apply it at home as well.
Oh yeah, one of the first techniques I do is the breathing technique, because I just feel it's so important to be able to calm yourself down.
Yeah.
If you're by yourself, if you're having a panic attack, you need to be able to calm yourself down. And a great way to do it is if you're able to concentrate on breathing, you're actually able to calm yourself down.
So one of the tools that you mentioned to me before we started the conversation on camera was taping sound. So the person who sees you for hypnotherapy has a recording of your voice of the session?
Yes, that's been more recent. I've discovered just going to different conferences and talking to so many hypnotherapists and people who are hypnotists that I now send people with an audio and they listen to me every day. They get really bored of my voice. But what would happen was they would hear me.
Yeah.
Like often my clients, before I started giving them the audio, they would hear my voice all the time.
Sure.
And my voice would remind them what to do, but now they actually could really hear my voice. So, and I found that that's been a really great tool that I'm able to give people. Or now they have a few tapes of me and they're able to switch it off, and so they don't get bored of me saying the same thing every night. So.
We're going to take another break, but when we come back, another aspect of your practice is grief recovery. So we'll talk about that a bit, and we still have time for your questions right after. You can call while these messages are on, and we'll answer them. We'll be right back.